Hi guys! Welcome back ulit sa kusina. Luluto tayo ngayon. At ang lulutuin natin ngayon ay Chopsuey. Let's go!
Here is our ingredients for the chopsuey. First off, we have our cooking oil, soy sauce, and liquid seasoning. Next is our carrots, onion, and garlic, sayote and cabbage, string beans, cauliflower, chicken breast, and water. We start cutting all of the ingredients. Here is the complete list of the ingredients and their measurements. Let's prepare our chopping board by putting a damp tissue under it to secure its grip. We need to sharpen our knives as well. Let's start off with the garlic. We're just going to crush it one by one. And peel off their skin. Line them up and start chopping. What I need is a finely chopped tiny pieces of garlic for a simple sauteing, and once they are finely chopped, transfer it to a plate. Next up is the onion. We started cutting off the top and cutting it once again from the root and peel off the papery outer layer of the onion. We're going to finely chop this one as well, so what I did was I made small cuts close to the root and sliced it once again horizontally, and I started cutting it vertically. As you can see, once I started chopping it, finely chopped onions are already produced. This is a technique that I have watched online and started to apply it in my everyday cooking. When you are done, you are left with the root, but that's useless, so throw it away. And transfer your onions to the plate. Now let's move on to our carrots. Start by chopping off the top and the bottom, and then use a peeler to peel your carrots. We're going to slice the carrots not too thick and not too thin to avoid overcooking or undercooking it. Transfer to our plate when you are done. Moving on to our sayote. This is actually my first time cutting this vegetable, so if you're wondering what am I doing with the poor vegetable, I apologize. Once I peeled off the skin, I immediately cut it into slices, removed the bone, and proceeded to dice it. Transfer to a plate and onto the next vegetable. Here we are with the cabbage. I simply chopped them like how they look from coleslaw, just a little bit thicker. I did this so that they would cook faster and still maintain some crunch. Put them in a bowl and set aside. For our cauliflower, I simply cut off the bottom and started plucking the florets. Put it in a bowl and set aside. And next is our string beans, which I cut in equal lengths and trim off the excess parts. Put it in a container and set aside. Finally, clean up your mess or your mother would spank you for not cleaning up. Here is all of the ingredients, finely prepared and properly arranged. Now that it is time to cook, let's start by heating up the wok. Check the temperature of the wok by putting your hand above it. And then put your cooking oil. Saute the garlic first. Wait for it to turn a little brown and aromatic before adding in your onions. We're not gonna cook it for too long, we just want it to soften. Now we can add the chopped up chicken breast. Saute it for quite some time and wait for it to develop color. Let's now add in the soy sauce. Stir it in with the chicken. And next is the liquid seasoning. Of course, stir it once again. Pour in 3/4 cups of water and stir. Once it starts to simmer, add the carrots and sayote. Let's also add the cauliflower florets and stir. Cover and let it simmer for around 10 minutes or so.
11 minutes later.
After simmering it, we can now add the string beans and cabbage. Cover and simmer once again for 5 minutes. While waiting, let's make the cornstarch slurry. Mix 1½ cup of water and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Stir until fully diluted.
5 minutes later.
We can now pour in the oyster sauce. This will add flavor to our chopsuey. Stir well to combine. Add a little bit more of water to avoid drying out the chopsuey. Stir in the slurry to thicken the sauce. Continue stirring until it becomes thick. And when that happens, combine it with the vegetables. Season it with a pinch of salt and a sprinkle of black pepper. Now carefully transfer it to a bowl. You don't want to waste food by spilling it and making a mess.
So yun guys, tapos na tayo magluto. Ito na yung finished product natin. Taste test na lang. Sa Mother Earth, andyan na. Ito na lang titikin. Kuha yung kapatid ko para matino. Taste test, let's go! So yun guys, hanggang dito na lang. Salamat po sa pagsama sa pagluluto. Sana may natutunan kayo dun sa ginawa ko. At hanggang sa muli. Bye-bye.